Do you ever feel stuck in the rat race? Life doesn't have to be that way if you're willing to put in the work. In Bigger Vision, Chris Garrison helps you discover the keys to abundance, freedom, and personal growth that let you live the life of your dreams. And now, here's your host, Chris Garrison.
Welcome, everybody. You made it to the Bigger Vision podcast. I'm here on a Saturday morning recording this. Just got back from helping one of my team members extract some water. That is not typical for me to be out in the field doing that, but heck, sometimes you got to make a sacrifice to keep the wheel moving. And just wanted to thank you guys for showing up, listening to this, watching this, whatever platform that you're on. If you enjoy these episodes and if they are making change in your life, then please leave me a 5-star review. Go ahead and state a little something in the comments section of that review. And this just helps me move up in the algorithm so that other people like yourself that are motivated trying to achieve more in their life are able to get in contact with me. And today's topic is preparation meets opportunity, because that's really what it boils down to. My past week I've been able to see few things that I have been working on for the last several years start to come to fruition. Roughly about 2 years ago, I started paying to be in a mastermind for real estate investing, specifically for apartment complexes. They also talk about other types of real estate, but that was its main agenda. And the reason I stayed into this mastermind, although I don't actively seek out apartments, I more or less kind of brand myself as a real estate investor, as a business owner, investor, as just someone that's trying to create wealth and just loves the entrepreneurial lifestyle and investing lifestyle. And because I brand myself that way, I do get real estate leads. I don't have a team that actively goes out and scans the marketplaces to try to find those real estate leads. So long story short is I'm still in this mastermind 2 years later, and it's because of the connections that I make. It's because of the relationships that I've been building. And part of my daily routine sets me up for the successes that I can achieve through this relationship capital that I'm building in these environments that I go to involve myself in. And what I'm talking about is in the mornings, I get up, and as I'm getting ready before I go to the gym, I go and say out loud as I'm moving through my house and whatnot, what my goals are. I also speak my goals as if they're already here. So instead of saying, I want to be a multimillionaire, I say, I'm a multimillionaire that lives a life that I enjoy every single day because I do what I want to do when I want to do it. So I'm changing the way I state these statements because this is allowing me to speak it as though it's already here. And it is training my mind and my eyes and my actions, everything to move as though those things are already here. If you say, I want a lot of money, then you're going to move like a broke person because that statement states that you don't have a lot of money yet. But if you say, I get to buy whatever I want to buy, whenever I want to buy it, and I'm able to help any charities that I want to help, and I am never budget conscious, these type statements start to train you in a different mindset. And if you haven't figured out, if you've been listening to me these last roughly 30 episodes that I've put out, you've realized that almost everything that I talk about is surrounded by your mindset. Because I truly believe that you have to increase yourself before anything else in your life is going to increase for the better. I heard a speaker at a conference sit there and say, you got to 20x yourself before you can 10x your business. And I 100% agree, because I've seen it happen in my life. So I joined this mastermind. 2 years I've been in this mastermind, and people have been watching me that were way ahead in the game see me being consistent. And not only consistent in showing up, but consistent in taking action, because I make sure that they can watch me from afar through my social media platforms by posting what I'm doing, what I'm interested in, what I'm looking for, what accomplishments have been made. Others might say it's bragging, but really it's me letting everybody know my story, because I understand that there's going to be inspiration pulled from it. I also understand that I am going to achieve opportunity from it, because others are going to like the hustle muscle that they see me using. And I had one of the individuals that's in this mastermind that him and his wife have just made incredible moves through the last several years. And they've been very consistent, very purpose driven, and they have built a wealth. They've built legacy wealth, is what it boils down to. So he reached out to me and he said, "Hey, let me know if you've got any deals. I've got this several $1,000,000 that I need to deploy, and I'm interested in putting it into a good deal for good returns." And this is something unusual for them because typically they've only invested in themselves. They never took in private money. All of this was built by themselves, and it's just incredible, their story. So he reached out and told me that, and I had to sit back and think, because one of the things that I say to myself almost on a daily basis is I have a large network of high net worth individuals that constantly wait for the opportunity to be able to partner with me and deploy money, because everything that I touch prospers. Everything that I'm involved with multiplies. And these words I'm starting to see come to fruition in my life. And it's because me speaking these words every morning and training my brain, and I began to respond in action towards that type of lifestyle. Because you move and live a different way when you believe differently. So, what I mean is, if you feel broke, you're going to respond like a broke person. But if you believe yourself to not be broke, then you start responding like someone that is not broke. It's amazing. It is that simple. It's literally that simple. All you have to do is create your mindset in the way that you want to be in your future. So these words that I've been speaking, I'm starting to see them take place. And then I have been doing my Bigger Vision meetups here locally in Tupelo, Mississippi. I just got the memory that we're a little over a year old at this point doing these meetups consistently every month. I do two, one for lunch on the second Thursday, and then one for after hours on the third Thursday of each month. And this consistency is paying off, along with the fact of all of these other little bitty things that I do in my life. So I had this guy that has sold apartments and's got several $1,000,000 that he received from the selling these apartments. And this guy's at retirement age. He's not looking to be extremely active like he was in his 20s, 30s, 40s. And so there was opportunity there. And I thought, here I am surrounded again by a network with high net worth, and they are paying attention to me. And who knows if there's going to be business that can take place. If I've got a deal that can make him money, it can also make me money, then I'm sure he would jump right in on it, because I've got logs all over social media building my credibility because I've been posting my life. And I didn't have this several years ago, but I've heard someone else mention it and said, this is what I've got to start doing. And I started. And that's what most people miss, is they don't start. They just keep talking. They just keep making excuses of why they aren't where they want to be and why they don't have what they are supposed to have. Well, here's the reality. You don't get what you want. You get what you deserve, because you have to put the work in. You have to prepare for the opportunity. You can't dictate when the opportunity is going to arise, but you can dictate how you prepare and when you prepare. And you should be preparing daily, because your daily preparation is going to have you ready when the opportunity crosses your path. And if you're not ready, you won't be able to take the opportunity. And that is extremely disappointing in my eyes, that you wasted time not preparing and now you missed an opportunity that came across your path. Are you always going to only have one opportunity? No. Majority of the time, you will get multiple opportunities and they will keep coming by. But you could miss that one opportunity that was really big because you weren't ready. I was able to jump onto an opportunity in some other investments because I had started preparing a few years beforehand. Didn't know anything about this opportunity, but I was prepared and I was able to jump in on this opportunity when it came across my path. That's what it's about, y'all. It's not about making excuses. It's about taking action. It's about being consistent in that action. And it's about focusing on your results, because you can be consistent going into work every single day and nothing ever change. But if you are consistent in taking actions that are going to be result driven, then you will reach what you're trying to reach. So what is stopping you from hitting your goals? Those excuses right there, you've got to start putting action behind. If I say I can't scale this business to a $5 million business because I can't find good help, that is my excuse. Now, what is the action that I'm going to put behind that? What am I doing to go find these top shelf team members that I'm looking for? What type of marketing, what type of efforts? Am I walking into places and paying attention to those that are doing an excellent job and then asking them, are they interested in a career change? Am I marketing to my marketplace to see who might be interested through Facebook ads, through Google ads, through organic posts on social media? Instagram ads, LinkedIn. What are you doing? This is the question you should be asking yourself. Not why, but how. How can I make this happen? How can I find the person that can help me make this happen? Preparation meets opportunity. That's why people look lucky, because they prepared, because they were ready when the opportunity passed, and instantly you thought overnight success, but you did not see all of that time and effort that was put in the background that wasn't highlighted on the reels on social media, because that stuff's not pretty and exciting. We post the stuff that gets your juices going, that excites you, that provokes inspiration and motivation. But when we're sitting here in our heads saying, fuck this, I quit, that stuff's not exciting, but that is real. So when you've had those thoughts, it's okay that you've had those thoughts, but you cannot marinate on those thoughts and let them control your actions. You have got to push through the walls. You've got to lean into the resistance, and you've got to conquer your fears of failure. You've got to conquer your laziness that says, hey, it's just not worth it, because it is worth it. When you get on the other side, it's totally worth it. We watch those individuals that are on the other side, that's totally worth it. Those that have realized building wealth is not just money, but money is a big part of it, because money is what our economy works off of. So they've built the money, they've built the relationships, they've built the lifestyle. They know what makes them happy. Me, I need to be producing something. I understand that that is what makes me happy. I can't sit on the beach. I can't sit on the couch and watch TV day in, day out. I can't play video games day in, day out. I have to be making something better. I am addicted to making things better and finding production. That's one reason why I was okay doing the cleaning business, because I found success in being able to go in and clean dirty carpets and instantly have that appreciation level take place, because there's gratification from my efforts when I saw dirty carpet go to clean carpet. When I was able to remove water out of a structure and set equipment and dry it in 3 to 5 days and get it back, especially when I could do it without there being any damaged material and I didn't have to have a contractor come in without me. These are the things that excite me. What excites you? Start making the action and stop making the excuses. You've got to self-analyze yourself. That's probably the biggest trait that successful people have, is they know how to self-reflect. They know how to look and find out what they're good at, what they're bad at. What they're great at, they keep pushing, and that is what they focus on. What they're bad at, they are going to push over onto someone else and find someone else's unique ability that's excellent at that, and they're going to allow them to do it. They build teams, but you can't build teams if you don't self-reflect and you only make excuses. Otherwise, excuses will rule your life, and you will live off of the YouTube inspirations in the moment, and then you will go back to being depressed and unhappy because you never took action and did the hard work. Anything worth having is going to require some type of sacrifice. So what are you going to be sacrificing? And is your goal, is your why strong enough to allow you to push through and sacrifice what you're going to have to sacrifice? I sacrifice some sleep in the morning to go to the gym. I sacrifice being able to walk around like a zombie first thing in the morning to be able to get my mind right and speak my affirmations. I sacrifice my time to go into work so that I can produce, to create money, so that eventually I'll be able to buy more of my time back by hiring new team members to replace the efforts that I put into task and let them put those efforts in. That's how it works. The ultimate goal is to be buying back your time. That's what we want, is time freedom, so we can go do what we want to do. If your thing is sitting on the beach, you can go sit on the beach. But my thing is to sit there and produce, to look at new opportunities, to be able to grow something, to be able to make someone smile and offer opportunities. I love life. Some days I don't. Not going to lie. Some days I get pissed and I just want to quit it all. But then I sit there and say, look how far I've come. And I let the power of gratitude walk through my head and remind me of what I have in life. I've got a wife. I've got 3 kids. I've got a great marriage. I'm a good dad. I'm a good spouse. I've got a nice house. I've got a company. I've got team members that help support the efforts in that company. I've got customer base that loves our company, respects, and advertises for us through testimonials on our company. I've got a following on social media, people that know me. I'm inspiring people because I'm sharing my stories, and other people are out there producing and making and inspiring their followers as well. I've got real estate, creating wealth, growing a retirement plan. I've got other investments. I'm surrounding by around people that are more well-known and more educated than me, and they're able to help guide me down these paths that I've not walked yet. I am a part of many masterminds that know me or are aware of me and creates opportunity for all these things. I've got good health. I've got good eyes, good ears. I don't ache. I don't have broke arms or legs or bound to a wheelchair or in a house or to a bed. I've got all of these things going for me. And so when I'm ready to quit life, this is what I focus on. I literally focus. I will be sitting in the car on the way home, or if it hits me early in the day, I'll just take a minute. Just take a moment to have a clarity break and run through your head everything that you are grateful for and say it out loud so that you hear it, so that you're hitting as many senses as you can possibly hit. So I like to give you guys, tips to be able to run in your business and grow it. But if your mindset is not there, if your self-development is not there, you're not going to be able to do anything with the tips that I give you. Yes, I have tips on how to grow your business. Find your reoccurring revenue services that you can do and start hammering those home, so that those can produce income that is dependable, so that you can start to expand and grow in other areas of your business. When you need to purchase a car and you're going to get a bank loan to purchase that car, it's nice to have monthly reoccurring revenue so that you know that payment's going to be made because that money's coming in every single month. You don't have to hunt and then kill to be able to make that car payment for your business service vehicle. The other thing is to utilize social media. Be taking pictures of what you're doing, and take pictures of your team meetings, take pictures of your team members in their uniform as they're walking through. All of this is great stuff. And then educate your market of what you do. So you can simply say, we're out here cleaning some carpet that is cut pile, and cut pile means that they take the fibers and they clip off the tops of them, and that's why they stand straight up and you can see the fibers themselves. Other types of fibers in carpet is loop pile. That's typically called Berber, and dirt can hide underneath that loop. So it actually hides your dirt longer if you're okay with walking on dirty carpets. This type stuff educates. Now, are they going to sit there and listen to it every time? Maybe not. I don't know. But the reality is they realize that you're a professional and you know what you're doing. And then you're going to have other individuals that will sit there and follow you for the information because they're trying to better yourself. It's a win-win. It's setting you up as an authority in your space. So make sure you're documenting it and posting it on social media. And then you're going to create a following and set yourself up as an authority. Those are 2 tips that I just gave you. So take those tips after you start on your self-development, because that is truly what is going to affect your life as being an average, ordinary person or being an extraordinary individual. Until next time, I want you guys to live in success. Let's grow together.
This program is brought to you by thepodcastfactory.com.